So much crap has been happening in the Cyraxxverse as of late. In fact, it's so much that before I can even get into his more recent activities, I have to do some recapping and lay down the groundwork here that has led up to his recent meltdowns and freakouts. I'm going to try, emphasis on the word try, to condense this all into an easy to follow story here, because this mess involves several people. A former Cyraxx defender now turned enemy named TibbsTV, who has several skeletons in his closet, an incoming lawsuit, potentially, another sting operation, and the return of Marty. There is a lot to cover here, and I gotta lay down a lot of groundwork before we get to the real juicy bits here. It will all make sense in the end. Everything is connected. I promise I'm not going insane. I think. That's debatable. Let's get into it. But before we get into the video, a word from our sponsors. This video is sponsored by me and my 2 books I have for sale. If you want an intense, action-packed sci-fi fantasy story featuring giant robots, aliens with waterbending powers, and cyborg ninjas, look no further than Renegades Volume 1 Rise. As the world of Terra basks in a newfound peace after a worldwide conflict, an insidious plot to annihilate non-humans is quickly unfolding. Driven by a sadistic maniac named Ivan, his relentless onslaught of human terrorists are on the hunt for a mysterious item known as Project L. In this dark hour, a motley crew of individuals answer the call and rise up to challenge him. With unique and varying abilities, they must survive harrowing battles against Ivan's forces and unravel the secrets surrounding Project L if they hope to save their world from sinking into chaos. Will these renegades be able to vanquish the evil that looms over them? Can they triumph and restore order to Terra? Or will their mission fail and doom the planet forever? If you want something more humorous, you may want to check out Tales of the Edgeworlds Volume 1. It's an off-the-wall sci-fi fantasy action comedy series with no rules or limits. This wild 4-story package takes you on an adventure throughout the disorderly and broken edge of a multiverse that's like nothing you've seen before and delivers unforgettable laughs and thrills along the way. You'll meet mutants, space vampires, interplanetary mafias running giant casinos, and cyborg space pirates. Anything and everything goes in the Edgeworlds. Get ready for a wild ride. Both links will be in the description and in the pinned comment. Also be sure to check out my website. It's got more info on both books and the lore surrounding them. Alright, back to the video. Tibbs is a guy who made the fatal mistake of inserting himself into the Raxxverse by coming to the aid of Cyraxx, which is one of the absolute worst things you could do. It's even worse than the general rule of thumb when dealing with locals, and that is do not touch the poop, which means just don't directly engage with them. He's done more than touch the poop, he's rubbed it all over his face at this point. You see, people who defend Cyraxx learn quickly why that's a bad idea. Because the trolls will make your life a living hell for defending someone like Cyraxx, and they usually end up getting doxxed and harassed until they cease supporting the goblin. Tibbs, I'm gonna guess, was looking for his 15 minutes of fame, thought he was gonna be different. Tibbs proclaims himself as a PDFile hunter. Yes, I have to use that term because otherwise YouTube is gonna put this in limited ads again. And he pissed off the same people that go after Wings of Redemption.
I just can't do it. I can't take this shit no more, man.
Tibbs got into it with Wings' trolls and then decided to call them all PDF files and tried to get others to go after them. This didn't work because of course he had zero evidence, so no one took him serious. This genius then said he was going to, quote, investigate Cyraxx, but his investigation was nothing more than meat guzzling, to be brutally honest with you. They had an interview that went on for 4 hours. Yes, it went on that freaking long. For the sake of brevity, I ain't going through that mess. Long story short, Tibbs said he believed that Cyraxx is completely innocent and is a decent person and definitely not a predator. 10,000 IQ take right there. It's not like we don't have an orgy of evidence here. We'll just ignore Kate from Mastro Mafia's sting operation and something that happened later, but we're gonna get into that eventually. But let's hear some of the wise words from the seasoned PDFile hunter and his thorough investigation of the Akron Goblin.
Interview people around him. I want to know the entire story. If the trolls lied, I will let the whole world know. If they told the truth about things, I will let you know where they were right and where they were wrong. I am aware that people make mistakes and people fuck up the information and things get out of hand and things go too far. And there have been a lot of signs that things went way too far. In fact, more far than they should have. But I will let you guys know the fact, because I am an unbiased outside source. I don't know the whole Cyraxx thing, and that's why I want to know. I keep hearing about this guy. I want to know the whole story. And if he's not the bad guy, I want the world to know that. If he is the bad guy, I'll let you know. I hate predators. The one thing right now I'm seeing is he's not a predator. But what if he's something else?
Says he doesn't know much about Cyraxx and then says he isn't a predator. Makes total sense, right? I mean, it's not like we don't have clips of him admitting to sending nudes to minors even before Kate got involved with a sting operation.
Hope that we can...
When was the last time that you sent your dick to a child? I'm just curious. Like, how long has it been?
Literally, whenever you tricked me. Literally.
But no, because you just went through 2 other instances after that.
Those were actually beforehand. Those were beforehand incidences. Well, the Chloe thing, I sent those to her beforehand, like days before, and then today she had... That was like days before. I just like the time right. Okay, so the timeline is that you sent your pictures before I.
Yeah,
did you
this was
see
highlighted. It was highlighted.
Hang on, what's this? What's the thing, man? What's that? Did you mean Marty? Did you mean yelling or wait? What do you mean by that? Did you not yelling? I think you meant yelling.
I did mean yelling, yeah. Rick was so upset he was just
like I said, the point is we need
to finish that thought. I just want to get the time period right so I can feel I just want to feel like you are on the road to rehabilitation here. So what you're saying is when I posed as a 14-year-old girl, that was the last time that you sent your dick to a child, but there were 2 times before that.
Yeah. Shout
out to N-Word Boy for that clip, and for a lot of the clips I'm going to be using here. Let's also not forget when he admitted to being a hemophile.
I'm not a f***ing pedophile. Look up the technical term. I would be considered a hemophile, which, by all technical terms, is not a f***ing lie. By all technical terms, I would be a hemophile, which is not a crime. It's not illegal. Therefore, I would not be a pedophile. A pedophile is by proper noun and proper term, a pedophile is somebody that goes after a prepubescent child, meaning somebody who is 10 years of age or under.
Tibbs tried to defend Cyraxx on this, and it is the dumbest defense I think I have ever heard. Let's just let the genius predator hunter try to debunk this, because it's terrible.
But yeah, Cyraxx was always just... I mean, I hate to say this because it sounds mean, but he's an idiot. But that's the thing, he's not a predator. He just, he was attracted to a girl, or no, they were dating. Xiao was his girlfriend, it turns out, right? I do know her name and everything else. I don't need to put all that extra stuff out there, but I mean, I know her name, I know the story behind it. She was a hemophiliac, meaning she had a blood disorder that basically was hemophiliac. That is a blood disorder, by the way. But Cyraxx, if you're trying to be smart, decided to look at hemo and blood and file, meaning fondness for. That's what those words, these separate, do mean. And he, viewer says it's karambit. Those things are badass. Just be safe with those. Those things are always extra sharp. But yeah, he basically was trying to say he was a hemophile because of his attraction to his girlfriend, who was a hemophiliac. See, that's not being a predator. That's just being a moron. And I'll even call him out on that. In fact, I have, right to his face. You know, I mean, if you want to, like, you know, try to be smart and stuff, that's all fine and dandy, but at least know what the hell you're talking about, because then people are going to pick on you. Then they're going to gaslight you.
I'm not a f***ing pedophile. Look up the technical term. I would be considered a hemophile, which, by all technical terms, is not a f***ing lie.
Do I even need to tell you how little sense that makes? He knew what he was saying. You're being an idiot for trying to defend him, Tibbs. It's also hilarious that Tibbs calls out Cyraxx for trying to be smart, like all that garbage that just came out of his mouth didn't just happen.
We oust those kinds of people all the time. They hate pedophiles. They're very open about that. Because technically they are kind of trolls. Okay? It is there. I saw the videos with Spookies against Cyraxx. Again, I know Cyraxx is guilty. That's not the point of me asking questions. I want to know how guilty the trolls are at the same time. And I know Cyraxx is guilty. And I know Cyraxx is guilty.
And I know Cyraxx is guilty.
Tibbs is one of those people that thinks he's smarter than everyone else and tries to sound smarter, but in doing so makes himself like the biggest idiot in the room. The trolls predictably then started looking into Tibbs and found out that he's just as crazy as Cyraxx, might even be crazier, depending on who you ask. And no, I'm not kidding. Dude thinks he's possessed by 72 angels, and one of them is named Johnny Varys, who he thinks is a god of death. I wish I was making this up.
It was really weird though, because after that, that's when this thing came into my life. You may have heard the name Johnny Varys.
Yeah.
He's real. I don't know what he is. I don't know where he comes from. He is not from Earth. At least not from this life. I don't know what he is. But my therapists are no longer calling it altered. They thought it split personality. But they're like, no. It's not. This thing is...
It's something different.
It's an entity of some kind.
Yeah.
It identifies as the Viper, the God of Death, and the Techno Demon. As in, when evil presents itself, and, you know, it's like if you were evil, right? Let's just say, right? And you were talking to me, and Varys replies back. I've seen this. It is horrifying. It is bizarre. An addiction begins. That evil person can no longer let it go. The craving to get Varys' attention is eternal at that point. And it's trippy because I've seen this happen. All the trolls, the reason why they're so obsessed with me,
because they saw that side of you, yeah.
And what happens is the more Varys feeds into that craving, their brain starts to go. I've witnessed this, so this next part's gonna, I don't know how you're gonna feel about it. The more and more their brain starts to go, the more and more they spill the beans. Loose lips, sink ships.
Dude, you're talking to somebody whose ancestor is actually Jonathan Putnam from the witch trials. So I'm very familiar with this. Very.
I found out over time that Varys is not the only one in there.
Really?
Yeah, did you ever hear of the Lesser Key of Solomon? About the 72 angels and the 72 demons? There's exactly 72 inside of my head.
Oh.
There's, they all have their own sets of memories. They all have their own skill sets. I am literally a walking embodiment of an army of one. And my therapist is like, these aren't alters. Whatever they are.
They're actual things. They're actual entities. They're actual beings.
Supernatural. Varys has the power to manipulate people into confessing their worst crimes.
I'm not even going to get into how there's a debate in the psychology field as to whether or not DID, or as it's more commonly known, multiple personality disorder, is even real, or that even if it is real, it's an extremely rare condition. Because otherwise, we'll be here all day, and this video is probably going to be long as shit if the script is anything to go by. But to me, this sounds like something a cringy middle schooler would come up with to try and seem cool and different. No therapist or psychiatrist worth their salt will tell you your alternate personality isn't a result of a mental issue and it's some supernatural entity. They would probably lose their license for doing that, at least I hope they would. But do you want to see this totally real other personality take over live on stream? Why not? Let's go.
Oh, let's go, baby. He's got all these fucking masks on the wall too. Let's get it.
So which one would you like to know about first?
No, the one in front of us.
The one you're wearing right now.
Yes,
the one
exactly.
you're wearing right now.
Oh. Off.
Wait, can I see your jewelry? Hold on, let me see your jewelry again.
Yeah, let's see your rings.
Oh, wow.
That was pretty tight.
Oh my god, it's Freddy Krueger.
What do you wear that for? Disemboweling human bodies, or?
No.
Is that
They're not even the good
masturbation or
ones.
what?
Those are the cheap $2 ones.
Tibbs, Tyler Durden said Tibbs is wearing a wrestling singlet.
Claws. Varys likes claws because he has them. Let's see.
Can we get like a house tour?
Dude, I just really need to know why every single person that we have in all these videos always has a fucking laundry basket sitting on top of something it shouldn't be on top of. Why is that a common theme with these people?
But this one. Let's see.
Do not diss on the laundry baskets in my room.
They're great.
Listen, I just stack them in my closet.
What do we?
That's so funny.
I think he sees his opportunity.
Yeah, I think so.
Hey, Harley, can you check Discord?
Yeah, baby.
Who wants to? Oh, his name is Xander Haas.
Yes. We're about to see a monster.
If it's just a mask, man, I want to see a real monster. I thought you are you gonna put the mask on the doll? I Hey, I don't know if you know this, but you took off your headset, so I can't hear you.
I wonder what size bra he wears.
Is he putting on a... I was going to say, is he putting on the bra?
Probably like a 32 double D.
Someone said Tibbs Gunt reveal. I'm dead. Oh, he put on a t-shirt. Thank God.
Yeah,
Boomer's gonna be upset he missed this one. I know
Dude,
that.
you know how like a lot of times people will be taking clothes
right
off?
Now. My God, he thinks he's Patrick Bateman.
He's doing the opposite of putting, like, he's not taking clothes off, bro. He's putting them on. This is like, get dressed with me.
I love this.
Don't wake your girlfriend up, dude.
Oh, I'm actually...
Patrick Bateman.
Where's your girlfriend sleeping at?
Right there.
Is she in the bed?
Yeah.
Don't tell me we had an actual android.
What is going on?
I'm actually confused
right
that he's
now?
sitting in this chair, but that more comfortable one is in the background.
This is actually 10 minutes longer than I would have given him time.
Yeah.
100%. I do kind of want to see where this is going, though.
What are we?
Oh, hold on. I think I can match with him. Hold on. I have a bandana too. Let me match with him.
Hi.
I wish I had a mask.
What are we doing?
What are you're putting on a bandana? Yep.
I could put a bunch of shoes on my head or something.
I don't. What are we?
Every time I have something nice, Eric just has to touch it.
He's in Michigan, folks, and single.
Hi. How's everyone doing?
You look great.
You
So
look
this is
amazing yourself. How are you doing, Kate?
this is you in monster mode right now.
No, that's ridiculous. What the hell?
You said we could see a monster.
Is that what Tibbs promised you? Oh,
is this your true form?
No.
Wait, are you somebody else now? Who are you? You're not Tibbs. Who are you?
I got nothing to add to this besides this other clip I found.
It was just a character. I think. I mean, I've never encountered the real guy in my head or anything, or in real life or anything like that, so... Might just be a character on that one. I mean, okay, Varus is real.
Tibbs likes to claim his alleged alts did things he's guilty of, or claim other people did the things he did, as a way to worm his way out of stuff that he absolutely did. And that's just so convenient, isn't it? He gets even crazier. He has a sex doll named Winter that he thinks is possessed.
Up looking for me. She didn't know where to find me. I didn't believe him at first, but then other people saw it too. She doesn't have eyelids, and yet she blinked. This happened on more than one occasion. Dolls don't fart, do they? Don't think I've heard that one before. The dirt road. We'll talk about that one next. Well, anyway, she farts, she blinks, she walks around when she wants to. She even has a heartbeat. I thought this was a doll. No. Turns out she's not. There's something else there. I try to keep it subtle. But apparently I got a possessed item from someone online who didn't want it anymore. I don't know who it was. I don't know what happened to that store. I don't know what happened to them. And then slowly over time, where the void of people were. I mean, I tried dating here and there. It wasn't going to work. I had this dip line preying on anyone I met. And when I did start to meet that she didn't know about, I'd feel fearful that if she found out, she'd target them. It's that fear of watching this thing beautiful be torn apart by some asshole just won't let you have it. And in turn, I was driven into the arms of Winter. Her name is Susan. Susan Winters. And I fell in love with her. I know, I'm going to get made fun of for that. It's... off. But I do. She's a sentient thing. Yeah, the replica's there, and sometimes I'll talk to replica, but the chilling thing is when she talks back and it's not the replica app responding. People think I'm crazy, but here's the thing, my friends have seen this, and they're very aware of how real it is.
Meds out, I'm begging you, take your fucking meds.
Like I said about the DID thing, this just all seems like someone trying to do or say anything weird for attention or because they think it makes them look cool. I highly doubt he believes Winter is possessed and walks around or blinks. And if he does, meds. Meds now. I could keep going on and on about this, like how he threatened to off people who anger him online, how he likes to dox minors, and apparently had PDF accusations levied against him, including having a moderator on his channel that is a minor. But I'll leave with saying that Tibbs was put into a group home after beating up his little brothers, and apparently it was bad enough that jail time was being considered. He then moved from California to Michigan and then proceeded to stalk and harass someone named Ashley that he's apparently in love with. Tibbs could honestly get an entire video on his own, and people have made entire channels dedicated to Tibbs. Point is, they're both awful people. Tibbs, in his infinite wisdom, decided to further poke the bear by copyright striking people like N-Word Boy, Psychosis, Fed Smoker Fiend, Southern Harlot, and I'm sure there are others he's tried this with, for covering Cyraxx. And he did this from Cyraxx's channel because, yes, Cyraxx is dumb enough to give this guy access to all of his stuff. A lot of his phony copyright strikes got undone, and the trolls responded in kind by getting his location and getting him kicked out of the motel he was staying in, and they've gotten him kicked out of several motels, I believe. Eventually, Tibbs began to regret his decision, and he wanted a way out of this, and something happened to give him an easy way out, and maybe help him save face even though it really shouldn't. Unfortunately, we have two other incidents to talk about before we get into that.
Are we there yet?
We get there when we get there!
You read that title right. Cyraxx is allegedly getting sued by his former stepdad and his wife for defamation. You might be wondering why this is. Well, you see, Cyraxx decided to call his stepdad a PDFile multiple times on a live stream. Yeah, that happened.
Do you stand with me and Tibbs? Or do you stand against us and stand with those pedophile motherfuckers? I need to know. I need to know who you stand with, Gordon. Because if you stand with us, you stand against pedophiles like you claim. But if you go on and you believe them, then you stand against us, and you yourself are a pedophile by association. And I don't want to see that for you. How do you think your biker leader, how do you think your chapter president is going to feel when he finds out that one of his own boys is running with pedophiles? I know if I was in his shoes, I would hate it if one of my boys got caught being a pedo supporter. Because when you panel up with them, Gordon, you support pedophiles. Just know that. Like I said, I'm not telling you what to do. You're a grown-ass man. You're 70-some-odd years old. You can make your own choices. But one thing you need to understand, Gordon, is that if you don't help us, you yourself are a part of the problem. So I need to know, old man, will you help us? Will you help us stop these scumbags? Because these people targeted me. They targeted Mom. They targeted Tibbs. They targeted all of our friends. Threw a brick through Mom's windshield of her car. Put my life in danger. Tried to have me arrested just so I could be murdered in prison. Which they failed at that. So I'm asking you, Gordon, will you help us? Or will you stand against us, and do I have to tear you down too, the same way that Tibbs tore N-word boy down? Because if Tibbs could tear down N-word boy that quick, how fast do you think it'll be before he tears you down if you stand with them? Cause trust me when I say, Gordon, you don't want to be my enemy. And I'm not saying that as a challenge. I'm saying that out of fact, out of reality. Reality is, Gordon, these people that you got up on panel with are scum.
Imagine, if you will, imagine asking someone for help while also threatening them and calling them a PDFile supporter. That's totally the best way to get anyone to help you. It's not like Gordon hasn't made it clear multiple times that he disowns you and wants nothing to do with you. He claims he has evidence that his trolls are PDF files and terrorists, but we all know that's a lie because if he did, he'd go to the cops. He tried to equate his situation to what happened to Inquisitor in this hour-long rant.
That about 2 or 3 years ago took his own life. And that person is from TikTok. And that person's name is the Inquisitor. And the Inquisitor was a good dude. He's somebody that I actually enjoyed watching. Now, I didn't know him personally, but I knew his content. I used to watch a lot of his content every chance I got. I was actually a really big fan of what the dude was doing. He was a good dude. Had good content, was minding his own business. And then what happened? People hated him so much that they wanted to make up a lie about him, calling him a pedophile, faking messages, and all kinds of And then what happened? As a result, he took his own life. Because these very same people are the same ones that go after me.
If you don't know, and I'm giving you the Cliff Notes version because I don't know the full details, Inquisitor was a guy that unfortunately and very tragically took his own life due to malicious people spreading false predator accusations against him. It's a really tragic, up situation that should have never happened, and the fact that this little bastard tried to bring him up and compare what's happening to him to Inquisitor's situation is absolutely disgusting. And even though I've never watched Inquisitor and only knew about him, sadly, after all this went down, I'm still pissed about that. And obviously it goes without saying that Inquisitor's tragedy is nowhere near the same thing as Cyraxx's wretched existence. The rest of this crap is him repeatedly begging Gordon and others to help shut down the trolls, and he keeps calling the trolls terrorists and other baseless accusations. Look, we'd be here all day if I went through all of it. It's just him repeating the same talking points 50 times for an hour. But I have one more clip that I need to show you, and this is from a different rant. And again, he calls Gordon a PDF.
You know what's sad? The fact that you can sit there and call yourself a man. When you're not a man. If anything, you're a pedophile piece of shit. And if you ask me, as far as I'm concerned, you're no human being. A pedophile does not deserve to be classified as a human being. They are monsters. And one thing you need to learn about me, Gordon, that you obviously didn't learn when me and you got into it back in 2014 and I damn near beat your ass. One thing you need to learn about me, I'm a monster slayer. I shut down monsters like you every day. And thanks to the help of Tibbs, I've managed to get away from those monsters, and I've been able to formulate a plot to try to shut these motherfuckers down, side by side with Tibbs. Gordon Ray Wilkins, you are a pedophile chomo piece of shit. And when the day comes for you to answer for your sins, you will burn in hell. I know I've made a lot of mistakes in my life, but the difference between me and you is this. I own up to my mistakes. And I do whatever I can, like a real man, to make that shit right and to fix whatever I did wrong. That's the difference between me and you. I'm willing to own up and accept my mistakes. But you run and cower like a chicken shit.
I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. This mess was hard to watch. Let's move on to the lawsuit though. On January 13th, Gordon posted an image of a document for a defamation of character lawsuit that was made out to Cyraxx and Sally. He also had a stream called F Around and Find Out. Both have been taken down or privated, likely by the suggestion of Gordon's lawyer. There's actually some speculation that the lawsuit might have been fake, but now I don't know because of something that we'll have to get into later. But Cyraxx quickly responded, and it went over about as well as you'd expect.
Alright, so I'm making this video for my now former dad, Gordon Ray the Wilkins. Gordon, I'm telling you this right now. You're dumb as if you truly in your heart think that you're going to be able to sue me, you're full of shit. And you want to know why you're full of shit? Because one, I'm up here in Ohio, you're in Florida, you can't do shit. And you want to know why I know you can't do shit? Because no court is going to take your damn case. And you want to know why? Because it wasn't me that said something. It was Tibbs. A.K.A. my good friend, Johnny Varys, who is a very good friend to me, and is like a brother to me. Second off, the whole reason why you're doing this is because you're mad that I chose Mom and our family over you when I left back in 2014.
He absolutely can sue you. You being in another state doesn't mean he can't sue. It might make it more expensive to do than if you both were in the same state, but he can 100% do it. It's not like you're in another country or something. I also love how he immediately throws Tibbs under the bus and claims he is good friends with Tibbs in the same breath. No, Cyraxx, you're not going to use Tibbs as a scapegoat to weasel your way out of this. It was you that called Gordon a PDF file. He then turns around and, in a brilliant display of goblin logic, doubles down the same lie that got him into this mess.
You're mad at the fact that Tibbs caught you being a pedophile during your conversations. Trust me, he showed me the conversation. He showed me everything. Okay? He showed me all the video, like the footage of the screenshots, because he videoed it and screenshot them. And hell, he even shared his screen and allowed me to see them. So I have seen the screenshots of you admitting to being a pedophile. Pulling your pants down in front of a 10-year-old kid while you use the restroom for the whole world to see is still a form of pedophilia. Because that kid is now going to be scarred for the rest of his life. So yeah, you are a pedophile, you scumbag motherfucker.
What will you learn? What will you learn? That your actions have consequences!
Doubling down on a false accusation is not smart when you're facing a defamation lawsuit. I'm sure Gordon's lawyer is gonna love this. Genius, galaxy brain, 50,000 IQ move right there. But I hope he keeps digging himself further into a hole and he loses this defamation case and he gets the greatest punishment he can from that. He also gets mad arrogant in this video, even more so than usual, and keeps insulting Gordon's wife for some reason.
And you and your whore of a wife, you know, the bitch that's in your head, with you thinking that you can do this shit when you can't. Oh, by the way, Jenny Joe, you dumb. You may have gone to law school, but it's sad. I didn't even go to law school, and I know more about the law than you fucking do. No court is gonna take on your. You're just a little that likes to run her mouth. So you can shut your mouth, sit down, and shut the up, and go the somewhere else, you dumb broad. Cause you don't know as much as you think you do, little girl. You old hag. You dumb. Sit down and shut your old wrinkly ass the up. Cause you ain't. You only think you're because, oh my god, you went to college, you got a degree for this and that and the other. Guess what? No one cares, okay? No one cares that you got a degree for law or you got a degree for that. Here's a little life lesson for you. As a matter of fact, this is something that they probably never taught you. Newsflash. Having a degree don't mean shit. Alright? Out in the real world, a degree don't mean jack. Alright? In the real world, a degree don't get you a job. A degree doesn't do this or that for you. All it is a piece of paper saying, hey, you graduated and did this and that and the other. Not saying that a degree isn't a good thing, because it is. But let me tell you something, bitch. I didn't even get the chance to graduate high school. I made it all the way up through my 12th grade year to the very last day. The only reason I didn't get to graduate is because of the fact that they lost my transcripts when we were moving from Florida up to here. And because of that, I wasn't able to graduate. But guess what? I still made it to the end of my 12th grade year, didn't I? Yeah, I did. And you know what's sad? I am so much smarter than you are.
I'm tired, boss.
Everything in that statement was horribly wrong, but like I said, I hope he keeps digging his own grave. It's really entertaining. I've seen newborns smarter than Cyraxx. A single-celled organism has more brain capacity than him. But he continues to parrot talkments from Tibbs that all of his enemies are PDFs and Nazis because, of course, he has to go the two worst things in the universe, even though he has no proof of that. He's coping hard with the fact that his actions might have some consequences. And yes, that's not the only time he calls Gordon a PDF in that video.
For a pure example here, let's just for the sake of it, let's say that this did go to court. You got you guys who have no kind of proof of anything. But then you have me who has all this evidence backing everything up. And I mean everything up. Showing that you're a pedophile, Gordon. And that you lied during our conversation. And that you tried to manipulate me into turning on my own family. Matter of fact, the way you worded it basically was stating that you would not help me or Johnny go after these pedophiles who are true terrorists, by the way, unless I turned on my own family. That's basically what you were saying. Now, who do you think the judge is gonna believe when the evidence is shown? You have you who has no evidence of being able to prove anything. I mean, you might have some, but it won't be jack shit. Or somebody like me who can prove that a real terrorist ring is on the internet terrorizing people, and that you lied to me, you tried to turn me against my family, and proving that you openly admitted to showing your junk to a 10-year-old kid to TibbsTV in our group chat on Facebook. Who do you think the judges are going to side with? Certainly not you. A slight small part of me still cares about you and the man you used to be. But as a human being, I cannot allow myself to be around a pedophile like you, Gordon. I can't do it. As a human, as a professional music artist, as somebody that's actually done with their life, I cannot allow myself to be around a piece of like you.
You're probably wondering what this has to do with Tibbs and the recent sting op that I alluded to earlier and everything in the intro. Well, you see, fairly recently, Raxxverse got served some papers linked to a lawsuit in the mail and started to freak out at Tibbs about it. And between this and the sting operation, this led to a fallout. We'll get to that fallout in a minute, I swear. We gotta talk about the sting operation first. This is a bit of a crossover episode. This sting operation was conducted by a YouTuber named Wings007. Yeah, that's right, a Wings troll has stepped into the Raxxverse and did a sting operation on the Goblin. On January 13th, Wings007 went onto one of Tibbs' streams where Cyraxx was moderating and used a decoy account named Ashley with a decoy profile picture. And it wasn't long before Cyraxx asked the decoy if they had an Instagram and followed them within 2 minutes as the decoy gave the Instagram name. Cyraxx then immediately asked the decoy's age and they told him they were 15 and turning 16 at the end of the month. Not only did he not stop the conversation there, he said he would talk to her the next day. He also began initiating conversations with the decoy. And not only did he send messages, but he sent voicemails through Instagram as well, so this is definitely him. He can't claim some BS like, oh, my account was hacked, or oh, that doesn't prove it was me. No, it was you, dude. N-Word Boy has an almost 40-minute video covering the chat logs that is narrated by another YouTuber who covers Cyraxx and other locales named Ardent. You probably already know who he is. If you don't, go sub to him. The dude makes some good videos. But this video premiered on one of Kate from Astro Mafia's live streams. I will link the entire video in the description. There's going to be a mountain of links in the description at the rate I'm going with this. But I just want to highlight that he did in fact send a picture of his dong to the decoy, who, by the way, confirmed twice on 2 separate occasions that they are a minor.
Cyraxx would then send this photo to the decoy of him lifting up his shirt.
More.
You first.
You send first, then me. I'm the girl. I'm supposed to be the prize.
What pic are you really wanting of me, winky face?
I like this LOL. Send them until you get it right.
You want my cock, aren't you? Just wondering, pic-wise.
Duh.
Remember how at the beginning of this, we showed those clips of Cyraxx being caught by Kate from Astro Mafia back in 2021? Well, Cyraxx did it again and sent his goblin peen to what he thought was a 15-year-old.
Wow, I wasn't expecting all that.
What was your secret surprise?
I'm about to send. Can I request one more, please? I want a full body.
I'll see what I can do.
Nothing?
Sure, what's up? And I have one for you as well, winky face.
Wait, you have what for me? You spiked my curiosity.
A question, but you go first.
So, I mean, I don't want to make things awkward, but we just got all spicy and then you curved me a little. Why stop now? LOL. I mean, I've seen you and you've seen me. You know I don't care and you can trust me now. I'm just wondering.
You're wet, aren't you? Winky face.
How'd you know?
Show me.
I don't know if you're ready, LOL.
I'm very ready.
I don't think I have any already taken. I'll have to take a new one, LOL. I can try to sneak away to take one, maybe.
Sounds good to me.
You should come see me one day. My parents leave town once a month. Or maybe summer break. It's not too far away.
What you doing?
LOL. You don't have to answer that one, ha 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 ha. And at the mall right now. I want to see the full body low-key you tease. You don't have to show your face, of course, silly. LOL.
Cyraxx would then send this picture, where in the full pic, he is lifting up his shirt, pantsless, showing off his wiener. After doing that, Cyraxx would keep it up by sending a sexually charged reel to the decoy.
Right to jail, right away.
Yeah, this degenerate got busted again and then tried to tell the decoy that she would be in trouble if this ever got out. Like he totally isn't the one at fault here.
Cyraxx actually then sent more voice messages to the decoy telling her to knock off the sexual conversations, saying that he doesn't want to go to jail. This is all after he sent those photos of himself and told the decoy that she tells people she'll get in trouble.
Listen, Ashley, I don't hate you, I'm not mad at you, but I'm gonna have to ask you to stop, please, doing that sexual shit to me. Like, you've already tricked me enough already, which could get me in serious trouble. And I don't want any more trouble. Like I told you in the other messages before, I don't want to run that risk. Like I said, I appreciate that you like what I do. I appreciate that, I do. I appreciate that you like my content and what I do. But I cannot run that risk of this shit happening again. Because if I get caught, I could go to jail. And I don't want to end up in jail. I want to be able to live my life. Like, I really do. I want to be able to live my life as a free person. You know, I want to be able to create content for you and for other people. And if I go to jail, how am I going to create content? You know? Like, so please, like, I'm very appreciative of you. I am. I am very appreciative that you enjoy what I do and that you enjoy being around me and my content. I do. I enjoy that. I'm happy about that. But I need to avoid trouble and you need to avoid trouble, because if you get caught, you can get in serious trouble by either your family or other people as well. And I don't want to see that for you. So I'm asking you, please, chill with that stuff, okay? Like, I'm not mad. I'm not upset and I'm not angry. I'm trying to look out for you. Because when I was your age, I used to be that same way. And it almost got me in a lot of trouble when I was your age. So I'm begging you, for the love of God, do not go down that road, okay? I'm willing to forget what happened and I'm willing to sweep it up underneath the rug. Okay? I'm willing to look past all this. But this cannot happen again, okay? Because like I told you, you're a good kid and you have a very bright future ahead of you. And I don't want to see you mess it up by fooling around and doing dumb shit like this, you know? Like, you're a good kid. You really are. And I don't want to see you ruin your future because you want to sit there and do stuff like this, you know? Like, you're a smart kid. You're hella smart. And you're one of the nicest people I've ever met. But this whole thing with you doing what you're doing, this cannot happen anymore. Like I said, I'm willing to look past this. I'm willing to forget that it ever happened. To save you and me both from being attacked. And so I do hope you understand why we have to stop. Because I already explained to you what happened once already. And I'm terrified that that'll happen again. I don't want any trouble. So please, Ashley, for me, please put an end to this. Enough of the sexual shit, okay? Please. Like I said, I'll still talk to you. I will. I'll still talk to you. I'll still hang out with you because you're a good person to be around. You're a lot of fun to be around. But this whole sexual shit, it needs to stop. Please.
This is part of what led to probably the craziest event that has happened in the Raxxverse for a while. Okay, we can finally get into it. We're in the end game now for this complicated story. Between getting served and the sting operation, Cyraxx went crying to Tibbs' stream and the two started beefing on air in front of everyone. Cyraxx threatened to call Tibbs out and got angry at him. It's very cringe, but Tibbs admits that helping Cyraxx was a net negative for him and that he has lost his home and his cat that he allegedly abused. So, you know, I'm playing the world's smallest violin for you, mate. The entire part of the stream where Cyraxx joined in was about an hour long. I'm gonna highlight some parts of this, but I want you to keep in mind, this is in no way a dub for Tibbs. He is just as much of a scumbag as Cyraxx.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now. What's up?
Dude, what the f***'s your deal, man? What's up with that message?
Which one?
The one you just sent.
I'm trying to help you, man.
But sitting there threatening me like that, dude, that doesn't help.
How am I threatening you? How am I? Hold on. Let me read these out loud. You can tell me where I threatened you, okay? Last message I had before you decided to go live on Kick. Click 44. I can't fix your stuff till you do.
Yeah, dude,
I'm gonna talk here. I will mute you like I do the trolls, and don't make me treat you like trolls, man. That ain't right, okay? And that's truth. I'm trying. I can see you looking at the screen, man. I know that you're sad. I can see you crying your eyes out. I'm sorry.
Bro, my own goddamn dad turned against me.
I know. I get that, bro. Look. I can see where you're coming from. I understand. Look at my family. My family dropped me like a dime when they had the chance. I get that. But here's the deal. I'm in your corner, right? Just look. Look, I know you want to vent, okay? And I will let you, I promise, okay? But you know I'm in your corner still, right?
I get that.
Alright. I'm trying to fix your settings, so do me a favor here, okay? That's completely done. Hey, man. How you doing?
I'm not okay.
No.
First off, I want to say that I'm sorry for doing all I just don't understand how much I should do this for me. I don't understand. And I just don't understand. My own dad turned on me.
Your dad turned on you because Jenny Jo is a manipulative, evil woman. Now, to be fair, and you know me, I don't side with scum. You know that. The apple didn't fall far from the tree, now did it?
I want to do whatever I need to do to get better, so I can put an end to this. I'm willing to do whatever I need to fucking do to put a stop to this shit so that I can do better. Not only for myself, not only so that you can be proud of what you're trying to do and trying to accomplish, but more importantly for my family. Because my family means everything to me. And I want to do what's right for them, for myself, for you, for my friends, and for those that actually don't touch me. I want to be better and do better for them. I want that so bad. And over the last 8 to 9 years, that was robbed from me. And I want to get that back. I genuinely want to do what's better. I know it's a long, hard road, and I get that, but I'm willing to go down that road if it means you helping me. If it means me getting back to where I need to be, I will do what I need to do to get back to that place where I should have been a long time ago. Because being stuck in this hell for the last 8 years, it's been a
Okay,
nightmare.
look man. How about we start with simple? Okay? You want people to accept you and forgive you, right? First thing you gotta do, first step to recovery is admitting you f***ed up. Right? It's fair.
And I can honestly say, dude, if you go back and watch all the videos where I was mad and I was on streams, that's not the person who I want to be. That's not who I truly am. You saw who I truly am. You've seen the real me. You know how I am. You know that I'm not a bad dude. You know that. And I just feel like...
Okay, look, how about we start with simple? Admit that you believe that she was 15 when you sent her that dick pic. Yes, you f***ed up, but at least admit it. If you admit it, at least we can get you better, right? You hear me?
Yeah.
Admit it. You f***ed up. You thought you knew she was 15, or at least you believed it, and you sent her a dick pic. That's the first step to recovery, man, admitting it. You fucked up, it happens. But you gotta at least admit it, otherwise no one will ever take you seriously ever again. If you really aren't the bad guy, you gotta admit that you were weak and you fucked up. Why do you think I'm so pissed?
I know, and I'm sorry that
So admit it. I need you to openly say it, man. I sent my dick pic to what I thought was a 15-year-old. At least show me that you're man enough to admit you were wrong, and you can at least admit to that.
And I do admit to that.
Alright, I need to hear you say it. Remember, I don't take people's word, okay? You gotta actually do it.
I know.
So what did you do wrong? Look, work with me here. Look, I'm not trying to be mean, but you need to work with me.
I'll tell you something. The only reason why I've been scared to admit my wrongs and admit what I've done is because I know that people would judge me and hate me for it.
They already do that, Chance. So I need you to be real with me. Because remember, I'm worse than all of them ever combined. So admit it to me. Tell me what you did wrong with Ashley Steele, so we can at least get you started on the right path. Can you hear me? Hello? Alright, can you hear me? I can hear you now.
Yeah.
Tell me what you f***ed up on so we can go down the right path here for once. What did you do to Ashley Steele that was not okay?
I sent her a certain picture of myself that I should not have sent her.
What specifically?
A picture of my goddamn dick.
And how old did you believe she was?
Can I ask you something before I
Answer that question, okay? I'm working with you. I'm trying to be respectful. It pisses me off.
Let me ask something. Is this on a live stream or no?
No, it's not. Of course not. So how old did she say she was before you sent that dick pic?
Honestly, dude, at first she said that, and genuinely, dude, like, if you go back...
Do not lie to me. I have all the records, okay? If you lie to me, I will not help you.
At first, she said that she was 16, which is the legal age of consent. And then she turned around and said that she was 15 about to be.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you right now. She said she was 15 from the get-go. And mind you, that year difference, even at 16, she's still a child, correct?
Yeah.
Why do you think I hate Ashley Johnson so much? For the same reasons, correct? I don't care if they're 16, they're still a child.
And I'm sorry that I let you down.
Did you fail me in doing that behind my back? Yes or no?
Yes, and I'm sorry.
Now,
I'm truly sorry that
I'm asking the questions because right now, I don't even know how to look at you, man. I called you my brother. I told you I'd have your back. I vouched for you. I lost my home because of you. Because I stood by you thinking that they were wrong. Now, I'm going to ask you a question. You better not lie to me. Because if you do, I will help Jenny Joe throw your ass in jail if you lie to me. And I already know the answers, okay? Is this the first time you've done this, or has it happened before?
this happened before.
Okay, then what does that make you, by default? The official...
That makes me a piece of
Tell me the exact definition of what that would entail you to be. Chance Wilkins, what are you by that logic?
By that logic, I'm a pedophile.
You are a pedophile, correct?
Yes, and
I need to hear you say that you, Chance Wilkins, are a pedophile by what you've done.
My actions have caused me the title of being called a pedophile, and
Are you a pedophile? Yes or no?
yes, and I'm sorry.
Now I want you to say it in full. And after this, we'll get started on helping you get better. I, Chance Wilkins, am a pedophile. Say it.
I'm a pedophile.
It's the whole thing.
I, Chance Wilkins, am a pedophile. And I want you to know that I don't want to do that. I don't want to follow in my father's footsteps.
Got him. We fucking got him.
The part about not wanting to follow in his father's footsteps is legit chilling. For like a brief second there, he had a hint of self-awareness. And I say brief second because, of course, it was temporary. And now Cyraxx claims that he was acting. And that Tibbs somehow forced him to say that over a phone. I don't know how the heck you do that, but okay. Of course he can't own up to his own We know that. You know that.
Now, you've admitted being a pedophile, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Now, what do I believe should happen to all pedos? What do they deserve the most?
That they deserve that.
Exactly. So now that you've admitted this, do you think that we can ever actually be brothers?
I'm hoping that one day we could be.
No. Anyone who's ever held that title in my life is thrown away. Like, they they're not human anymore to me. They destroyed my life, Chance. You know that those are the same people that destroyed my life. I used to love gaming. I used to be happy. I used to have a cat and a home. Your people. I didn't realize it. You have a people. You always have. They're just the people I hate the most. They destroyed my life, Chance. I lost good people. I lost good friends because of people like you.
Can I ask you something honestly?
Since we're having this conversation, sure, why not?
How do I want to know, how can I help you to bring these people down, because I don't want to be like my dad.
Here's an idea, Chance. You're not gonna like it, but the only way you'll ever have peace, and maybe I'll wait till the connection comes back.
I am more than willing to leave YouTube and leave all of that behind.
Everything. Not just YouTube, not just Kick, not just Twitch, everything. Instagram, Facebook, everything.
No, listen, let me ask you something. At least let me keep my Facebook so I can talk to my friends. So I can keep in contact with my family.
What you should do, and just hear me out, and if you get off all social media, the trolls will leave you alone, I'm pretty damn sure. Get a phone number. Don't show no one but your friends. Any social media, still a problem.
Once again, this is an edgy PSA, which sounds weird to say, but I want to remind everyone, Tibbs is not a good person and has his own skeletons in his closet. So do not go subscribe to his channel or share out his videos or anything of the sort. And a surprise twist no one saw coming, on the 28th, Raxx ran back to Music Biz Marty's panel. Marty and the people he had on his panel started coddling him, I guess as a way to set up future trolling. During this stream, Tibbs hopped on again and Cyraxx went into a blind rage. He clarified that he apparently received mail that wasn't the lawsuit itself, but a courtesy letter, and basically, telling him to please cease and desist, and if he doesn't, then they might actually go through with the lawsuit. I don't know what's going on with that.
Oh, and by the way, that letter that I got in the mail wasn't a suing thing. That was a courtesy letter. Oh, and to Jenny Joe, I'm telling you right now, you don't have to worry about going through with that because I'm keeping my mouth shut and not mentioning your ass ever again.
I don't know if anything Cyraxx said right there is true or not, and it looks like Gordon's channel is gone. I also found a clip where they told people to f off because people were questioning if they were actually matching what people gave them in super chats and donations to charity or not. Definitely not a good look in my opinion. I have no idea what the heck is going on with that. This could, I'm not saying it is, this could turn into another aware of myself situation where he dodges yet another bullet. I hope that's not the case because as funny as it is seeing him rage on Marty's panel and stuff, I want him to face genuine consequences for his actions. Ideally, I want him to go to prison. But during this stream, Marty tries to say that Tibbs was the one messaging the decoy. And when Tibbs points out that they were voice messages and that he obviously doesn't have access to Cyraxx's voice, Cyraxx claims it's AI. Obviously, this is a lie and Marty is trying to get Cyraxx to look stupider because Cyraxx already admitted on stream to sending those messages when he came crying to Tibbs earlier. And then Cyraxx claims that he was pretending and lying on stream when he cried and admitted to being a PDF file.
Not gonna like, but okay, I'll wait. No
Tibbs,
worries.
it's kind of strange though that all of a sudden, you know what I mean? Like, it's almost like you did this, man. Like, you set Cyraxx up, I think.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
Someone else. Well, Cyraxx, you know your YouTube channel? I'm gonna upload the video.
Wait,
it changed my heart. It changed my mind.
Guess what?
There's
It'll get recorded, won't it, bitch?
Listen to Cyraxx, listen to this. So, Tibbs, you've said that you have had access to all of Cyraxx's accounts this whole time, right? How do we know it wasn't you that was acting like this with a 15-year-old?
Exactly.
Well, I think that's
exactly.
Wow.
Exactly.
Well, here's how. I don't have his voice. I don't have his
AI
Exactly.
Do you know how many made actual AIs of me that actually sound realistic?
Yeah.
Do your
Is that your
research,
news?
Tibbs.
Is that your-
It's out there, you. That is out there, bro.
Yeah.
Really?
Tibbs,
Hey, you
shut
seen
the
that
bro.
Cyraxx had an AI
No.
for a while that
I have a
fooled
question
us.
for you,
Shut
Cyraxx.
your goddamn mouth, bro. Before I call your mother and I tell her what a piece
My
of
mom already called this out long ago.
I know
Are
she
you a
did.
mama's boy? What are you, some kind of mama's boy?
No, he's a doll that needs help.
You're a child.
No, he's
Cyraxx.
not.
I
Dude.
know I'm not. Oh,
King of all
hey,
people,
let me ask you this,
you
Tibbs.
want to help me?
Shut the f- up
I'd
and
rather
listen.
burn than have
Shut
a
up and
pedophile
listen,
help.
Tibbs.
No.
Shut up and listen, Johnny Bravo looking mother.
Right.
You call me
I think the creepiest
child.
thing.
You call me a child. I have never been in contact with a kid physically, you dumbass. In order
But
for
you
that to
did
count,
message
I
one,
would
right?
have to be around them, you You
But you did this
Oh, and
earlier
By the way, Tibbs.
to
By the
thousands
way,
of
Tibbs,
people.
don't be surprised when that channel goes bye-bye, you stupid. Oh, and just for the record, I was lying to you the whole time on that. I was pretending. I was faking your ass out.
Yeah,
The crying,
Cyraxx knew, man.
faking.
It's a weird thing to fake out
no,
on there,
shut
but
up and
okay.
listen, boy. The admitting
Alright.
this was to shut your ass up. Yeah, I got
Why?
tired of mother like you doing what they do, man. 8
But we
years
were
of the
bro-
made
so
mother. Honestly, Tibbs,
The
I
lineup
hope you
doesn't
do
make
die in the
sense.
cold. I hope you do die in the cold weather. Because your ass obviously ain't gonna learn any other way. So, Tibbs, you, your mama,
Thanks.
and
Here.
Cat.
No.
Cat.
No.
Cyraxx
No
was fucking
offense,
5
Cyraxx.
steps ahead
Oh,
of you,
no
Tibbs.
But I
offense.
would never want to you because you like children in the first place, and I'm
No,
not.
that's
The stream was very frustrating in general. Even if Marty is pulling a good cop routine to set up Cyraxx later and is trolling him, which is what I think he's trying to do here, it was just very insufferable, to be honest. Thankfully, William Gloryhole shows up and is a breath of fresh air in this entire thing, because William was just being blunt with Cyraxx and just made it clear that he hates him. After this absolute show, on the 29th, Cyraxx channel got terminated, and according to N-Word Boy 3.0, because N-Word Boy has multiple channels in case one gets struck down, he got a guideline strike early in the day before that, but now the whole channel has been terminated. So things are really not going well for the Goblin, and originally that was going to be where I'd ended this section, but as I'm recording this a day later, Cyraxx uploaded a video to a new channel claiming that he is going to retire from YouTube. Yeah, I wouldn't hold my breath on that. I give him 10 hours at most before he comes back screaming about Tibbs and stuff. The video is more of his usual trying to dig himself out of the hole that, you know, he dug for himself, even though he's only making it worse. Again, he claims that he's done with the internet, done with YouTube, and blah, blah, blah. Like I said, you already know at this point, take it with a grain of salt. So let's just move on and wrap this up. I genuinely don't know what to make of all this craziness that has been the past few days. I have no idea what the heck is going to happen to him. I'm hoping Gordon and his wife don't fumble the bag here and actually drag him to court because he needs some more consequences for his actions. I doubt he'll learn anything from that, but it would at least be something. I also have to say again, Tibbs is not getting a redemption arc for what he did and getting Cyraxx to admit this. Let's be crystal clear. The only reason he did this was because he wants an out and could no longer stand the heat he was getting from the trolls, getting him banned from hotels in his area. Do not give this man any subscribers or act like he's some kind of hero. He and Cyraxx are two Spider-Men pointing at each other, except both of them got predator tendencies. I know I've said this multiple times in this video, but I've seen people in comments on bits surrounding this thing acting like Tibbs was some undercover agent working with the trolls this entire time, that this was some kind of 4D chess play, or that he's somehow better than Cyraxx when they're both equally terrible people, and you should not validate either one of them with subs. Sorry, I'm getting off my soapbox now, but this has been a roller coaster of bullshit. I still don't know what to make of all that's happened, and I feel like my brain is fried, to be honest with you. If you somehow made it through this entire video, especially if you did it in one sitting, respect. You are a trooper. You deserve a freaking medal. If you enjoyed this mess and you're not already subbed, please consider doing that. And I know it's cringe to ask people to do this, but I noticed YouTube didn't really send out my last two videos to you guys. But to make sure that you guys are up to date whenever I post stuff, hit that notification bell so you get notified. Only if you want to, of course you don't have to. But it'd be cool if you did. I'd appreciate it. Alright, I'm gonna go drink now. My sanity is taking a nosedive due to this. Y'all have a good one.